Everyone, I'm Shrikanya, working as an assistant professor in AC department from Engineering College Bikaner. In this session, we are discussing about Colpitts oscillator. The last previous sessions we have seen RC phase shift oscillator, Wien-Bridge oscillator, and derived the expression for frequency of oscillation of RC phase shift oscillator, Wien-Bridge oscillator, and also we have seen general form of an LC oscillator. So in this lecture, we are going to see Colpitts oscillator. So Colpitts oscillator. Colpitts oscillator is one type of an LC oscillator. The LC oscillator, I already given the working of LC oscillator, and also I have given the block diagram of LC oscillator. Let me redraw it once again. This is Z1, this is ground, Z2, Z3, and this is basic amplifier. Okay, so it consists mainly two blocks. Okay, I have explained in the last lecture. This is amplifier and this is the beta network. If beta network is having the elements of L and C, that such type of oscillator is said to be LC oscillator. Okay, in Colpitts oscillator, both Z1 and Z2 are capacitances and Z3 is inductance. Okay, so if I am drawing the circuit diagram of an Colpitts oscillator, in place of an amplifier, it is having CE amplifier. So we already know CE amplifier provides 180 degrees of phase shift. Okay, and these are the coupling capacitance, and this is the emitter bypass capacitance, and this is the input capacitance R1, R2, RE, CE, RC, and this is CC, and you can write it as CB, and this is output is fed back through the capacitance C1, and it is fed back to the input through C2, and this is grounded, and this is Z3. Okay, and this is your oscillator output. Okay, so this CC is the coupling capacitance, this CE is the emitter bypass capacitance, and this CB is the input capacitance. In place of RC, we can also use RFC. RFC means radio frequency choke. This radio frequency permits easy flow of direct current, but at the same time it offers very high impedance to the high frequency currents. Means when there is a frequency is very high, it offers high impedance. Okay, so that it can draws only DC current from the DC power supply, or draws current from the DC power supply. So we know the definition of an oscillator. Oscillator converts from DC power to the useful AC power. The DC power is drawn from the supply. So when it is drawing from the DC power, it should have a radio frequency choke so that it can block high frequency currents, and it can only draw the DC currents. Okay, so if you see the block diagram of LC oscillator, in place of Z1 we have connected C1, in place of Z2 we have connected C2, and in place of Z3 we have taken the inductor L. Okay, so this is inductor L, right? So now we will see what is the frequency of oscillation of LC oscillator. Okay, before seeing that one, we know the working of LC oscillator, and this is all an amplifier part, and this is the feedback part. This amplifier part is having phase shift of 180 degrees. So it will, the feedback network again itself provides the 180 degrees phase shift. The total phase shift is 360 degrees. Okay, so we have not taken any external input. The whatever the feedback is voltage is there, that will act as a input voltage. So at the beginning it will take the, it will amplify this amplifier. This amplifier amplifies the noise voltage, and then it will be given to the, and give the output. The output is fed back to the input through this feedback network, and we'll see what is the frequency of oscillation. It will provide the continuous oscillation. We will see what is the frequency of oscillation. Okay, so in the last lecture I have given the expression for general form of equation for of an LC oscillator. The equation of LC oscillator is, I have derived in the last lecture. You can see the last video lecture. HIE into Z1 plus Z2 plus Z3 plus Z1 Z2 into 1 plus HFE plus Z2 Z3 is equal to 0. So what is Z1? The impedance between the terminals 1 and 2. And what is Z2? The impedance between the terminals 2 and 3. And what is Z3? The impedance between the terminals 1 and 3. Okay, so we have connected in place of Z1 C1, in place of Z2 C2, and in place of Z3 L. So Z1 is equal to 1 upon J omega C1, and Z2 is equal to 1 upon J omega C3, and Z3 is equal to J omega L. So if we substitute this one, then HIE into 1 upon J omega C1 plus 1 upon J omega C2 plus J omega L. Z1 Z2 means this one, 1 upon J omega C1 into 1 upon J omega C2 into 1 plus HFE plus Z2 Z3, 1 upon J omega C2 into J omega L is equal to 0. Okay, so if we further simplify this one, HIE into minus J by omega C1 minus J by omega C2 plus J omega L, and this is J into J minus 1. Okay, minus 1 divided by omega into omega square C1 C2, 1 plus HFE plus this J omega will get cancelled. L by CT is equal to 0. Okay, if I have taken J common from this one, minus J into HIE, 1 upon omega C1 plus 1 upon omega C2 minus omega L minus 1 plus HFE by omega square C1 C2 plus L by C2 is equal to 0. So this is all imaginary part and this is the real part. On the both on left hand side, on the right hand side, both are equal to 0. If you are making equal of imaginary terms and real terms, okay, first I am making imaginary term equal on both sides. So JHIE into 1 upon omega C1, 1 upon omega C2, omega L is equal to 0. So this term can't be 0. So the term which can be 0 is equal to what? 1 upon omega C1, 1 upon omega C2 minus omega L is equal to 0. Okay. So from this one, we can know omega L is equal to 1 upon omega C1 plus 1 upon omega C2. So omega square is equal to 1 upon L into 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. This 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 can be considered as a C equivalent, that is 1 by C equivalent. You can see in the block diagram notation. Suppose this is C1 and this is C2. It can be replaced by a single capacitance C equivalent. where C equivalent is equal to what? C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2, right? So omega square is equal to 1 upon L into C equivalent. Omega is equal to 1 upon root LC equivalent. So I am not considering the negative value because frequency can't be negative. So F is equal to 1 by 2 pi into root over LC equivalent, where this C equivalent is equal to what? C1 C2 by C1 plus C1 plus C2. Okay, so this is the frequency of oscillation of LC Colpitt's oscillator. Okay, so now we have made equal of imaginary parts. Now we can make real parts equal, and this is all real term and this is all imaginary term. This is, we have done imaginary part. Now we will see the real part. Okay, and real part, what is the real part? Minus 1 plus HFE divided by omega square C1 C2 is equal to plus L by C2 is equal to 0. It means 1 plus HFE divided by omega square C1 C2 is equal to L by C2. Okay, so this is equal to, this C2 and this C2 will get cancelled. So 1 plus HFE is equal to what? Omega square into L into C1. Okay, omega, this C2 C2 gets cancelled. So omega square L into C1. Okay, so this means, so we can write from this one, omega square is equal to what? 1 upon 1 by L into 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. Okay, so we can write in place of, replace this omega square term with by 1 by L into 1 upon C1 plus C2. Then 1 plus HFE is equal to 1 upon L into 1 by C1 plus C2 can be written it as C1 plus C2 divided by C1 C2 into LC1. This C1 gets cancelled and this L gets cancelled. So 1 plus HFE is equal to C1 plus C2 by C2. This is equal to 1 plus HFE is equal to 1 plus C1 by C2, and this one gets cancelled. So HFE is equal to what? C1 by C2. Okay, so this HFE means what? This is the forward current gain of the amplifier. Okay, common emitter amplifier. Okay, so we know that for a sustained oscillation, A beta is always greater than or equal to 1, means A is greater than or equal to 1 by beta. So what is this HFE? What is this A? A means C2 by C1. A means C1 by C2. So it is greater than or equal to C2 by C1. Okay. So this is the condition to get the sustained oscillation, and the frequency of oscillation in Colpitt's oscillator is F is equal to 1 by 2 pi root over LC equivalent, where C equivalent means C1 C2 by C1 plus C2, means C1 is in series with the C2. Okay, C1 C2 and it is replaced by a one capacitance C equivalent. Okay, so with this Colpitt's oscillator is completed. Okay, in the next lesson we will discuss about Hartley oscillator, and thank you.